Hello everybody and welcome to Wembley Stadium for the Sky Bet League 2 playoff final. Paul, it's AFC Wimbledon against the Saddlers. We all know why we're here. It's that one game shootout. Everything is built into this one, and as I said yesterday after speaking to one of our Swedish fans, Per Starmer, all roads lead to Wembley, and as an office it's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, it'll do, won't it? Wow, we're here, Wembley Stadium. It's quite surreal. We're working at Wembley. I know we've seen the players last night as well. They're all keeping things normal as can be, but I think you can smell the excitement as well. I've had loads of pictures from fans and friends and family on trains. All the excitement's building. They're all in their Walsall colours as well. So, what a fantastic occasion! And obviously, we've got a job to do. There's the ultimate goal we want to achieve, and this is our chance to do it at the home of football. I mean, it just doesn't get better than this. And, you know, as you mentioned there, people are travelling from far and wide to join us today. You know, like Per from Sweden. I know there's other fans travelling from abroad and all over the country. So to you guys, thank you very much. Can't wait to see you all here. We're all together for this very big occasion. So let's hope it's a good one.
Yeah, everyone's travelling from far and wide. We came down yesterday, so did the team. But, you know, I've seen many a fan just, you know, mingling around outside, and I think everybody's eagerly anticipating getting in here. 17,000 Saddlers fans descending on the capital into Wembley Stadium. It's an occasion and a moment for them as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's only the second time in the club's history we've ever played in this stadium, so it's a momentous occasion. I'm sure there'll be fans who, you know, weren't even born 10 years ago, who are perhaps coming to their first ever Wembley trip for the Saddlers. There's generations of Saddlers fans hoping to see this Walsall team be the first one to win at Wembley. That's what everybody's hoping for. So, you know, it's a day for generations. It's a day for families. It's just a momentous occasion. It's all about making memories, and that is what Matt Sadler has said from the offset. He wants to give the supporters a team to be proud of and make memories along the way. We've had some brilliant memories this season. Yes, it's had its downs, but some of the memories we've had, some of the great away days, the great moments, we will cherish for years, and hopefully this is the day we can cap it off and really get the ultimate memory.
But that's football, though. Football has those ups and downs. It's not been plain sailing for anybody up and down the country, and, you know, probably none more so than us, and everybody looking at it from the outside is going, well, you know, Walsall, you know, they've taken the back step from being where we were and then as to where we are now. But it took an awful lot to regroup going into the Crew game, final game of the season, to get ourselves that win. I think that was a really important thing to get going into what has been this playoff campaign. We were seconds away from automatic promotion, but Bradford getting that goal. But this is all about what it comes down to. We've had two fantastic games in the playoffs against Chesterfield, you know, 4-1 on aggregate, thoroughly deserved. Some fantastic individual and team performances in those two games that lead us to this one now. And it is about that 90 minutes, potential 120. God help us if it goes to penalties, but it's one of those, isn't it now, where everything boils down to this, and it's about leaving every ounce of energy that anybody's got from the stands and on the pitch out there today.
Yeah, 100%. And when you put it like that, Tom, I think Netflix might have missed a trick. This season could have made an unbelievable documentary, because there's been so much drama. And you talk about the position we were in and how we, you know, didn't quite transpire. I think it's very, very, very rare a team has a 12-point lead and then a 15-point lead of the playoff position so early on. I think it's happened where teams have had that with 10 games to go, 15 games to go, but to have it with 21 games, that's still a hell of a lot of football, and it's a 4-game swing. So in the reality is, look, there's so many different ways you can call it, but, you know, that's gone now. But the important thing was, since the team ended that little run of without winning games against Crewe with a really good performance, backed it up at Chesterfield, and then backed that up with another victory. All of a sudden, it's 3 wins on the bounce going into this playoff final, and there's a bit of momentum. I think since the change of shape, well, that's really helped. I think there's only 2 goals conceded, and obviously one was the late one in the playoff when the game was pretty much done. So, you know, Matt Sadler landed on something. He'd worked so hard to try and turn the tide, and credit to him, he's found something, and the team, credit to them as well, they found something. And yeah, like you say, everything now just builds to this moment. So it is about leaving everything out there. And I think my message to the boys is just go and believe in yourselves, because you've been incredible all season. They're a fantastic group of lads, an absolute pleasure to work with, absolute dream for me and you. And, you know, nothing's ever a problem. They've you know, and the way they are with fans as well, they'll always take the time out for them. So for me, I just want them today to go out there and get what they deserve, and I know the supporters will be feeling exactly the same. So let's all get behind them and push them on to get what they deserve.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the lads deserve it as well. Supporters deserve it, because you guys have been absolutely unbelievable all season. I think it rounded that off with the second leg at home, with, you know, an unbelievable crowd there, and from seeing it and just, you know, feeling it and everything like that. I think the momentum has built to the right point now, and it's almost felt like a crescendo of getting to this point now. You're right at the top of the game, and you mentioned that it's been treated like any other game. It's exactly that, and I think that's exactly what Matt Sadler has wanted from it. He's wanted it to just not play the occasion, play the game, and that's exactly what I think he's going to be telling the lads. Go out there, feel the moment, drink it all in, of course do that, but take everything in your stride, play it as another game of football, because at the end of the day, there's one ball out there on a pitch, it's 11v11, there's 2 goals, anything else doesn't change. Go out there and, like you say, get what they deserve. Yeah,
and I think that's important, that sort of normal build-up, if you like. When you spoke to Jamie Jellis as well, he said exactly the same thing about, you know, just play the 90 minutes, and that's what it is, just focus on the 90 minutes. It's felt very normal the whole week. I think, obviously, yes, we had a few bits, like the big media day earlier in the week, and there's been a lot of other things in the background, obviously the travelling down, etc. But even that aspect of it, seeing the players and seeing the coaching staff yesterday, it all felt very normal, all felt very routine, and I think that's quite important. I think you can get lost in some euphoria in the build-up and perhaps distract yourself. That's not been the case, and I think the way, you know, for us as well, it's been sort of normal service with the comms side of it as well. You know, we spoke to the manager in the build-up, we spoke to a player in the build-up, we've previewed the game as we'd normally preview the game. Okay, we've had the overnight stay, but other than that, for us, it's been pretty normal as well. So, you know, I think that's going to be very important, and that routine is quite good for the players.
It is, and let's hope, you know, it's not just a normal day out. We all know exactly what we want, and with 17,000 of you here at Wembley Stadium, drinking in the atmosphere, drinking in the occasion, we really hope that all of you have a fantastic day. You know, I will go back to the Crew game. I felt the atmosphere there was absolutely, you know, it was mind-numbing, tingling. It was everything. It had everything there, and we're, you know, hoping for exactly the same again today. The 17,000 of you here, sing loud, sing proud, get us over the line, and come on, you Sadler!
Up the Reds, come on!